2 Wraysbury residents, perhaps the only 2, who welcome the water. The rest of the village was badly flooded and has remained immersed for months. You can see just how bad it got for Wraysbury. And with an average house price of around £500,000, you can imagine the concern over damage to those valuations. Maria's house was for sale throughout the bad weather. So this isn't actually the river that it looks like, it's a field, you said?
No, it is a field indeed.
It was very nearly swamped, but she says buyers should not be put off.
Every single place holds risks. You don't have a place, a house which don't have negative points. You know, people who will go and buy a house in floodplain area, they will know that there is a river around, just around the corner. People who buy a place close to a train station, they will know that there is a noise.
Many homeowners around the country now face bills for drying out and cleaning up. But will the floods do longer-term damage to the housing market? One agent who's worked in the area for decades says buyers are wary, but still spending.
We've seen no sales fall through. People naturally have questioned, and of course are asking the questions and want to see the results of the floods. But even ones which have come very close to flooding, people are still pursuing the sale, still going through with the sale, because they're very positive about the long-term prospects for the area.
Recent research shows that when exceptionally bad floods did hurt house prices, the effect was only temporary. Valuations recovered entirely, and did so within just 3 years.
Those properties in the towns that were flooded, in fact, over the next few years, the house prices rose in those towns at exactly the same level as they did in towns that were not affected by flooding. And even when there was an effect, it looked as though it took no more than 2 or 3 years for everybody to forget about the fact that there were television vans, there were satellites and white vans repairing things. So in other words, we seem to have a short-term memory in this country.
So not even floods on this scale can sap the housing market here, it seems. But an unstoppable rise leads to worries of another kind. Poppy Trowbridge, Sky News.